Bringing back foreign investor is very simple, Paul. Foreign investor is like bee and honey. All you need is to create honey. The way bee will find the place is very simple. Foreign capital is scared of corruption. Is scared of bad policies. Is scared of where there's no rule of law. You need to put a regulatory environment that makes it conducive. You need to secure it. That is at the heart of what Gatti and I are offering. We will build that intangible assets of securing the country, making sure that we govern to rule of law. We will fight corruption. Gatti have a record. That is the only National Assembly member who refused to buy property of government when it was offered to all National Assembly members. You can go and look at his record. If you have seen anywhere he has compromised or put himself in a transactional position. And I'll stop running. I know how I approached him. And I told him, I and you owe it to save our people. That's why we came together. And we came back and said, we'll work as a team. We'll solve this problem. Go and check my record. I've governed the state for 8 years. And I've challenged everybody. Paul, you were there. I've been the only governor till today. The day I left office, I was not owing salary, pension, gratuity, or any contract or any supplier. And Anambra State, you can go and verify. I've never had a bottle. Anambra State have never bought me. There's no land allocated directly or indirectly by me, and I signed over several thousands of CFO. Anambra has never bought me a bottle of water since I left office. So you can go. We will fight and stop corruption. The first thing about stopping corruption is yourself. If you're not involved, your wife is not involved, your family is not involved, those around you are not involved, you reduce it by over 50%. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm sure, Paul, you know that. We are committed. We can't disappoint these youths. We must build a new Nigeria. And we'll deal with that. Investors will come back. Those who left, even the young people who are today living, they'll come back. We want to bring them back. Nigerians are prepared to come back if they can find that they have a country to go back to. This green passport, people must be proud to use it.
Whenever you listen to Peter Obi, you have no doubt whether this man should be our president or not because of the wisdom that comes out of his mouth. However, this is not what we are here to do today. We are here to analyze what he said. Let me start from the first thing that he said. He said, foreign direct investment, FDI, is like bee and honey. He said, provide honey and bees will be there. Now, what he's saying is that foreign direct investment, you don't need to be traveling up and down for you to get foreigners to invest in your country. Now, what he's saying is just do the right things and automatically foreign investments will flow. So, is he correct? Is he saying the right thing? Don't we need to be traveling up and down to woo investors to come? All right. So, I like to analyze. I like to compare. I'm going to compare two presidents, two countries. I'm going to compare Argentina and Nigeria. Now, Nigeria, Tinubu took over office in May 2023, and the current president of Argentina, Javier Milei, took office in December 2023. So we are going to compare the amount of travel these two presidents have embarked on and the amount of FDI that each of them were able to generate to their countries. So we are going to do the comparison so that we can use that as a practical to know whether foreign trips we equal foreign direct investment. So when you look at the chart that I'm showing on the screen, you will notice that from what I have, foreign trips by Javier Milei is 19. So he did 19 foreign trips from December 2023, whereas Tinubu has done 36 from May 2023. So, which means Tinubu has done almost double of the foreign trips that Javi Miller has done. Okay, so let's look at the result of those trips. Now, actual FDI, I'm not talking about promises, I'm not talking about pledges. I'm interested in actual FDI that has come in. So when you look at the actual FDI that has come in, Argentina has attracted about 27 billion US dollars, whereas Tinubu has only attracted 2.95 US dollars. Remember, Tinubu has done 36 trips, while Javi Miller has done only 19 trips. And he has attracted almost how many times? Much more than Tinubu that has gone like 36 trips. So when you look at this, you will now agree with me that indeed it's not about foreign trips or going to woo investors. It is about putting your house in order. Once you put your house in order, investors will come. And that is the argument that Peter Obi is making. I just wanted to show you these two countries because before Javi Miller came into Argentina, the economy was in shambles. So, but he began to rebuild the economy of the country and he began to attract foreign investors. So I just needed to give you those analysis for you to see that what Peter Obi is saying is actually the truth. The next thing I would like us to see in this video is the reason why Peter Obi chose Dati. And this will also explain why he is also insisting on running with Dati Baba Ahmed. Because if you notice, it's like birds of the same feather. Now you notice that he was, standing in for him. He was vouching for him. He was like saying that, look, I can vouch for this guy. I mean, that is very rare in politics for another politician to vouch for another politician. And you can see how Peter Obi was saying that if you find anywhere that he stole money or that he did anything, any foul play, that he will stop running. I mean, so you can understand why two of them are working together, because they reason together, they understand things together, and now I understand why it is difficult for him to drop Dati Baba Ahmed to pick another VP, because he also wants to run with a man that is not corrupt like him. And come to think about it, I think it's a good thing because, hey, if for any reason he's removed from office, he knows that he has a vice who will also deliver, which is very, very important. So I just needed to bring out that point again. And then thirdly, if you also look at the analysis of how Peter Obi said that he would fight corruption. Now, first and foremost, if you remember, Peter Obi is the only candidate shouting, fighting corruption, fighting corruption. You rarely hear the other candidates talk about that. So if you look at what he said he will do to fight corruption, which is that removing his family from government. He said, once you remove your family members from being involved in government activities or in the corruption of the government, that means that you have reduced corruption by 50%. And this explains why during the 8 years of Peter Obi in Anambra State, none of his children, not even his wife, did first lady thing. So compare it to what we have in APC. Buhari's family, they were everywhere. The son was there, the wife was there, very visible. Of course, compared to Tinubu, this one is like Tinubu family affair. That is what Nigeria now looks like. So, having said that, it's just for me to show you the competence and the character of the man, Mr. Peter Obi, so that in all this we understand that the man that will really change Nigeria is Peter Obi. Come 2027, let all of us come together and by the grace of God ensure that Peter Obi takes over the mantle of leadership of Nigeria. And by that time, we begin to see a new Nigeria that is possible. God bless you.